Don't be frustrated because of your computer.
No, I'm frustrated because I have to spend a whole hour with you right now.
Are you kidding? This is the best part of your Mondays.
Are you kidding me? This is not.
Bro, I know you literally can't wait and you think about this every like Saturday and Sunday and you're just like, God, I get to talk to Nick, the best fucking person I know. And I get to spend a whole hour just listening to his wise wisdom.
You wish I thought that.
Do I? You think that's what I wish?
Maybe. Maybe that's your secret wish.
I don't give a fuck.
How was your Halloween, Nicholas?
Oh, it was good.
Did you
It
go
was
to a
pretty
party
chill, honestly.
in the
No,
Hollywood Hills?
I just went to uh like a restaurant slash lounge type of vibe.
Nice.
Actually, that was Halloween Eve. For
Mm.
Halloween, I went to the movies and I watched the movie Dune.
Oh, is it good?
I don't know if hold on, you've changed your movie taste buds since you got in a relationship because you've been forced to watch a whole bunch of other types of films that you normally would never watch.
Okay. Right.
So I don't know. I can't tell you if you would like it. I did like it. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep as always.
Of course. I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah, I would too. I was only off of like 5 hours of sleep. I was really tired, and that movie was long as shit. And I fell
Really?
asleep literally at the end. So I don't know what happened at the end.
Bro, you just like wasting money by going to
No,
the
man,
movies.
it's a good nap.
It's horrible. You're paying to
I
nap.
I went with our friend Caitlin and Nick,
Okay.
and another Nick, guys. Don't worry, it's another Nick. It's two Nicks.
It's his clone.
It's my clone. And as soon as like it finished, like everybody started getting up, and I was still laying there. So she clearly saw I was sleeping. She was so offended. She's like,
Mm,
"Are you sleeping?" And I'm like, nah, it's just praying, just resting my eyes and praying."
horrible. That's why I
Yeah,
can't watch
but
any movies with you, bro. You just fall asleep. That doesn't even if it's not at the movie theater, even if it's at home. It's crazy because I feel like you kind of trained yourself to put on a movie and then so you could fall asleep, and now every
I
movie you
did.
watch, you're gonna fall asleep.
That's exactly what happened.
That's
You nailed it on
horrible.
the head.
And you're
I'll
a
never forget.
filmmaker, which is like you're gonna be editing a movie of your own, and you're gonna fall asleep in the middle of
Oh,
editing
100%. I already said that. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to the premiere of my
at the
movie, and
premiere. Yes.
I'm gonna fall asleep. I probably already watched it by then, so
Yeah.
I'm
You're like,
gonna get
fuck. I
there.
don't need
I'm
to know
gonna
the
fall
ending. I
asleep.
already know this shit.
Nah, people are gonna start clapping, like standing up, like standing ovation. I'm gonna get up, like fucking sleepy eyed. I'm like, oh god, yeah, fuck yeah. Whoever directed this was great, and they're
Hmm.
like, you're the one that did it.
Yeah, that's not good, man. You need to take a do a line or something before you go to the movies.
That makes sense.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't
I'll
know.
never forget. I'll never forget this one time where me and you were watching one of our favorite shows at the time called Mr. Robot.
I already know this story.
Yeah, because you were fucking there, jackass. That's
I
why
know,
you
but I know
know.
what you're gonna say because that shit was funny.
And I wasn't sleeping at the time, but because I was laying back and I was looking down, it looked like my eyes were closed. But I was starting to get tired.
Mm,
And you were like, "Yo, bro, why the fuck you sleeping?" And then I got super offended because it was like one of the first few times that I wasn't sleeping. So I'm
right.
like, "Chill the fuck out, bro. I'm not sleeping. I'm watching the damn show. All right, relax." And then literally 2 minutes later, I started sleeping and I woke up and you were on my face. And you were like, "See, bro, you were fucking sleeping." And I
It's the
couldn't even argue
worst.
back. I was like, fuck.
You're the worst, bro.
That shit was funny as fuck. Like that you had to get up and confirm on my face that I
Hmm.
was sleeping. And there's nothing I could do.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty annoying. It's pretty fucking annoying. Not gonna lie.
Sorry, Marty. It is what it is.
Nick recently found out that I hate when people say that, so he's gonna say it more often around me. Hence why he said it right now.
That's the type of person I am. Don't tell me what you hate, what your pet peeves are, because I will most likely use them against you.
So you didn't dress up for Halloween?
No, just for skits.
Just for skits.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I didn't dress up this year either.
I mean, even yesterday when I went out, because we went to the movies and then we went out to dinner, I didn't really see that many people out in the streets.
No?
No, not at all. I'm guessing there was more people out there, because I don't know. I just feel like the East Coast, Northeast Coast just feels more Halloweenish.
Yeah, I was staying at a hotel, and like across the street, it was like, what's it called? Like a bunch of houses.
Brothel?
Huh?
A brothel?
No. It was like a fucking condominium or whatever.
Condom.
A community of houses. And I saw a shit ton of kids walking down the street, all going trick-or-treating at the same time.
That's dope.
Yeah. It was a lot of kids. Holy shit.
So
and it was a
your
white
anniversary
neighborhood
this
too, so.
It was your anniversary this past week, huh?
Yeah. So
How was that?
that's why we were there at Rehoboth at the hotel. So it was nice. We went to a nice little French restaurant. Ate some seafood, obviously. And went back to the hotel, watched a scary movie. I watched this scary movie called Mama. You ever seen it?
Nah.
Why are you laughing like that?
You watch that scary movie, that boy. Yeah, that's what you did. I'm gonna get a hotel just so we could watch a scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you did, Marty. I know what you did. You sinned. You're a sinner.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
No. I didn't sin.
That's what happens when you have premarital sex.
Damn, can you believe that
You've been sinning
my
for over a
family's
year?
religion actually believes in that?
It's a lot of religions, not just your family's religion.
Well, I'm just saying in my case, like, a lot of people that I grew up with, like, a lot of people ended up getting married just so they can have sex.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because, like, they would meet each other in church, and then, like, obviously you can't have sex, so they just marry each other just so they can be more free. And
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
it
wild.
wouldn't work out because they'll be so young and get married so young and eventually get divorced. And the only reason they got married is because they wanted to, explore.
Yeah, they wanted to get
And
all
have
up in
fun.
that punani.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And they had to pay an ultimate price for it. You know?
Yeah. It's like, I understand and I respect people that hold themselves for marriage. But I don't know. I'm just the type of person that I need a little free sample before I take the whole plate on.
Yeah. And you
No,
can't even
little
live with the
taste.
person either. Like, if you're not married. So, like, that's more on top of it.
Yeah, because living with the person's important. I think times are changing. Like, very, very much so nowadays compared to back in the days. Couples tend to live together before they get married.
Well, normal couples, but not this religion that I grew up in.
I mean, most religions look down upon that, but just because I'm sure that there was people in your church that had premarital sex, and
Well, if they
would
did, they
possibly-
kept it like super low key, and like they didn't tell anybody, because if they do and the word gets around, they actually get like
beaten.
dropped from church, not beat. But they do get dropped from, like, they can't, like, what's it called? They can't be a part of any activities that the church has.
But they can still donate money.
Of course, obviously.
Damn, that's wild though. I didn't know that they would kick you out. I would think that in church they'll be like, all right, you sinned. Let's bring you
It's not
back
like
in.
they're kicking you out. It's just like you can't participate in things. Like if you sing in the choir, you can't go up there and sing in the choir anymore, or like be involved with like church activities, pretty much.
I could imagine like you're in that church still nowadays and you had premarital sex and you're in the choir and then they just stop in the middle like right before. They're like, "All right, brothers and sisters, I just want to let everybody know that Brother Marty's having premarital sex, so he is no longer part of this choir."
Damn, that's crazy. That's insane, bro. There was a pastor in one of, it was like a, he wasn't really my church, but he was another church from the same religion. And this pastor, like, he always like, I don't know, he was just really fucking weird, bro. Like I always got a weird ass vibe from him. And like a couple years later, when I was already out of the church, like I hear a story about someone catching him with another man. Yeah. And then like he literally got dropped as a pastor. Like he wasn't able to be a pastor any longer. So he kind of fucked up. And not only that, I think he got like AIDS or something and died from it as well. So
Holy fuck.
yeah, a lot of shit happened to that guy.
Damn.
Insane.
That is wild. I recently saw a viral video in Brazil that the pastor's wife gets on the podium and she starts addressing some lady that said something to her. And in what she's saying, she's like, "Yeah, my husband cheated on me, but he's right here next to me." And the pastor's right behind her. It's like, "But where's your husband? How about you go worry about your own life?" Apparently she didn't have a husband, so she was kind of cracking on her because she didn't have a husband, even though her husband just cheated on her. And the pastor's just behind her, like clapping her on. And like people are all going like, "Ooh, ooh." I was like, damn, what kind of like church is this? It was like a novella.
It pretty much is, though. I feel like a lot of people are restricted, so they just come up with shit to do on the spot and like try to entertain themselves in that community.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times it's a toxic ass community. It's a cult.
I mean, yeah, I think everything with balance is good, you know. I think religion could be a good thing. Or I mean, I personally don't necessarily believe in religion per se. I believe in spirituality. And but I do enjoy the structure that per se the religion gives you. I just like learning about religions. I may not necessarily follow it verbatim,
Yeah.
but I do enjoy learning it. Like all sorts of different religions, I think is just fascinating to me.
No, yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting learning about it as well, but being in it is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you hear about Jim Jones?
The guy that the had a cult back in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane, right? Insane that he made like 900 people, including their kids, commit suicide by drinking
Drink
a
the
Kool-Aid.
juice. Yep.
That's so mind-blowing to me. Like, how can anyone convince you to kill yourself? Like, there's nothing a person can say to me that would make me do that. I would have to be completely fucking brainwashed.
Well, yeah.
But how do
It's
I even
not-
get there in the first place? I don't even think I could.
I mean,
Like, there's
I
no
feel
logical thinking whatsoever from these people.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could interview them and see like what caused you to do that, but
Well, they're
all
convinced
dead.
that they're gonna go somewhere nice after that.
How do you know they didn't?
Wait, what?
How do you know they didn't?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just saying that that's what the reason was why they killed themselves, is because they were convinced that they're gonna go somewhere nicer. They're gonna leave this, earth to go to have a better life.
Yeah.
I do think that there's some people that try to escape though, and they ended up killing them. So that was pretty fucked up to see.
Damn, that's wild. I feel like it's all. I think that's why the idea of the metaverse is so crazy, because a lot of these people, like in the whole Jim Jones situation, they killed themselves because they were escaping certain issues that they had here in the physical world, and they wanted to get rid of all that to travel into the spiritual world.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same thing with the metaverse, where you have so many problems mounting up in real life. You're probably unhealthy, overweight, financially unstable. But when you log into the metaverse, you have all those things that you want. You can create yourself, you can sculpt your body the way you want it to be. I feel like it's so dangerous. Like, for some humans, you know?
Yeah. It really is. Some people are vulnerable, and other people see that shit and prey on the weak.
Well, yeah, but there's so many people out there that are vulnerable, and so many people that we don't even see them out because they never leave their fucking house. So they're always at home, and they're like those um what's the word I'm looking for, when you don't like going out, introverts.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of introverts that don't like putting themselves out in any type of situation, so they kind of stay away and block themselves off from society. I recently went to a friend's house that she had a sibling that went through some like crazy um, trauma, like in the past couple of years, and she literally developed a social anxiety, so she can't see people. So like when I came over, she was like, "Hey, my sister's about to walk in. Can you like hide?" And
No
I'm like, "Wait,
way.
what?" Yeah, she was like she knows you're here. She heard your voice, but she's weird with people, so she doesn't feel comfortable yet. And I want to respect it. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's cool with me.
Imagine you just like go out and spook her. Fucking
I
spray.
trust me, I thought of some funny shit, but I would have fucked her whole life up.
Oh my god. If you just like frighten her, like hid behind the door or something,
Yeah,
and just popped
yeah.
out of nowhere. Oh my god. Yeah, that's insane that some people are like that.
It's a lot of people. I feel like it's not just a couple of people. I feel like a lot of people.
But that's pretty extreme.
I mean, not necessarily to that extent, but I'm saying like a lot of people are introverts and they don't like going out because they
No, I
just have
understand
social
that
type of
part.
anxiety.
Right, I understand that. I'm just talking about like the fact that you have to hide for her to
Yeah,
like not feel like super anxious or whatever the case is,
right.
you know? It's pretty insane.
Trauma,
Yeah.
traumatic experiences will do that to you.
Have you ever experienced any trauma?
I feel like we all experience trauma in different ways. Trauma could be very.
You got
I talked
touched
to
when you were
therapists, so
younger?
no, no. I know you did because you're very scared of any physical type of touch. So I understand. That's why I don't blame you
I'm just
for it.
very ticklish and I don't like being tickled sometimes.
Sure, that's what you like saying. But I feel like drama, or trauma, I should say, is very subjective. You know, what may be traumatic for me isn't traumatic at all for you. There's different levels of trauma, so it's hard to like judge people on their trauma and stuff like that. Because
Mm.
like I never considered myself to have any type of trauma and stuff like that. And then when I talk to the psychiatrist and like tell her certain things, she's like, "Oh, you got trauma," and I'm like, "That's not trauma to me." Like, no, that's fucking trauma.
Damn, I've never talked to a psychiatrist. I wonder what type of fucking skeletons I would find in my brain.
Do you know the difference between a psychiatrist and psychologist?
One can prescribe drugs or something.
Yes. Psychiatrist prescribes drugs.
Right.
I actually have both, a psychologist and a psychiatrist, because it's part of the program. Like I have to have both.
Do
I
you
have to
talk
like
to them
constantly.
about the same problems? or is it
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things?
yeah. Because it's different people and like different opinions, and I've had multiple psychologists before, and it took a while to find a good one that I enjoyed. Like the first one that I had off rip, I loved, but it was getting too personal, and she was a family friend, so she knew too much about me and my mom,
I
so
remember
I
you
didn't feel
talking about this.
comfortable. Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable really getting in depth with a lot of things. So I found one. I tried like four more after that, and then finally I found one that I really enjoy.
Damn, you tried 4 more after that?
Yeah.
Why did they suck?
Yeah, I just didn't feel the connection. And like off the first meeting that I had with the current one that I have right now, like I automatically already had a connection with her. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay, yeah, this is gonna work. You feel it, bro. You definitely feel it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you feel like that with anybody you talk to, if you like have a
Yeah.
connection or not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's important to talk about these things, especially, and I've said this before,
These things
as
meaning
men.
what? Trauma?
Just trauma, just things that, why do you think you act a certain way? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Because everything that we do goes back to an experience that we had. Everything. Even like, because one of the main things that I never wanted to be like is like my father, because I always had a certain viewpoint on my own father, because he was never really present in my life. So I always wanted to never be like him. But the older I got, the more I thought like him and in certain aspects. And I'm like, why is that? At the end of the day, I have his DNA. Like we have fucking, I'm his son, so I'm going to think in similar ways, even though I'm not with him. I'm still going to have certain mannerisms and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got the same DNA.
Yeah. So it was just important, I guess, talking about certain things that I've been through with him and how that made me be a certain way. There are certain things that somebody could do to you that will make you act in a positive way, or it could be in a self deprecating way where you are hurting yourself, or you, not necessarily like a physical way, but you're hurting yourself emotionally, or some type of like you're mentally beating yourself up,
Yeah.
without realizing it, or you're being like super tough on yourself, or whatever the case may be. That's one of the things that I get from my father. I'm super tough on myself because he was always tough on me. He was always like, you got to be this type of person. You got to be a doctor or a lawyer. That's all I heard growing up. It's like doctor, lawyer, or you're not, you're nobody.
So do you feel
And he's
like you
not
need
even a
a
doctor or lawyer.
right? But he's rich, so can no one tell him shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But like, do you feel like you kind of need to prove him wrong? Is that why you're
Yes.
hard on yourself?
Yes. And it's like that my psychologist made me realize that. It's like, what do you need to prove to this person? And I'm like, I mean, really, like, I don't want to prove anything, but at the same time, like, I want to show him that even though he grew up with his other kids, I'm the fucking one that became the most successful. And it's like egotistical of me at that point. That's where I'm hurting myself without even realizing. Where it's
Right.
like I'm doing all these things to prove to somebody that doesn't necessarily even matter.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because I mean, subconsciously, you want him to feel like I didn't need you for me to become
Right.
successful in a way.
Right.
Or it was better off that you didn't raise me because the people you did raise aren't as successful as me.
Yeah. Or just like a proving him wrong in the sense of like everything that you told me, no, that's not true. Like I don't have to do this or that to get to this goal. I could do it my own way, and I've done it my own way.
Yeah, but I feel like that could be also a good thing. Like you were saying, it could either be a good thing or like something that brings you down, right? But in the same at the same time, it's like it's driving you. Because if you
Right.
didn't have that, you'd probably be like way more laid back and not really give a fuck about succeeding or not.
Right.
So I think it's a good thing, even if it does bring trauma.
No, I mean, like I said, it could all be, it's all perspective, bro. Like certain things you could look at it and be like, okay, that's a good thing. But at the same time, like getting deep into that system, it's like, all right, you're doing all this to prove to somebody that you don't necessarily care about wrong. Why? Why don't you, instead of using that energy, that almost like that hatred energy, that negative energy,
Mm.
why don't you transform into a positive and continue being continue to progress? So it's
But that's what I'm saying. Like the only reason you're progressing is because you got that anger in you.
yeah, I get it, but you don't need that. Like you don't need to have that anger to progress. And it's realizing that and letting go of that. That's
Yeah,
where
but
the
you also
healing
gotta
comes
know
in.
that if it wasn't for that, you might be way too laid back and not give a fuck about succeeding in life. You
No,
know?
sure, I
Because you
agree
have to
with
be
you.
self aware when it comes to that. You gotta know what drives you and what doesn't. And maybe you, in your case, is having that anger, you know? Because if you didn't, maybe you wouldn't be as driven. Maybe
Right.
you would, who knows? But I'm just saying, like, I do think that those emotions are there for a reason sometimes.
No, for sure. For sure. And they create your personality,
Yeah.
because this drive per se, in my case, didn't just start a couple of years ago. It started years ago, decades ago,
Yeah.
you know?
I do have that drive as well, where I have to like prove to people. Like whenever I am like working on an assignment or anything, like we're just trying to succeed in life in general. I feel like I do have like some people that I do want to prove wrong as well. You know, I remember one time, um, before I even started like this whole filmmaking or content creation career, like my mom just told me that I would just be broke for the rest of my life, and that shit stuck with me, because I didn't go to college. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this as a force to make me, accomplish things.
Yeah.
And that's just one example. Like there's so many little examples from like things that I've heard from people that definitely drives me to like at least prove them wrong. As bad as that sounds, I think it's good. I think it's good because it's a life force that can definitely alter your reality.
Yeah. It's like a fire that you built. I
Yeah.
remember, I don't know if you watched the Last Dance documentary, Michael Jordan documentary.
No, I didn't.
So it was really interesting because you got a little bit more into the mindset of Michael Jordan.
Okay.
And there was a lot of times where he made up scenarios in his head to light a fire under his ass to be more productive, to fucking be a better player. Like there was this one player that he said something to him or like made some type of gesture,
Mm-hmm.
and then during the documentary he told the truth. He said, "Yeah, the player never did that. I just made that up to light a fire under my ass."
See, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy that he said that because I feel like I've done that before. I don't remember a specific time, but I feel like I've done that before. Where I just created a scenario in my head that didn't even exist just to motivate myself.
Right.
Wow, I can't believe that's a thing that people do, including myself. That's nuts. It's pretty psychotic if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it is a good reason to drive people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been hiking?
I've been walking 3 miles every day
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
not
start.
because there's no hills here. I have to like walk in the horizon. There's no climb except for
Maybe
that
on
one
that.
one hike that I took you guys. But I do it like here in the neighborhood. I just walk up to 3 miles and then come back.
Maybe within those 3 miles, you can maybe run for 0.3 miles. Just a light
Yeah,
little
I'm gonna
jog.
start running soon for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna
Because
start
I'm
running
already
when that
like
snow
used to.
hits.
I'm already used to like speed walking. So now I'm just gonna like at least try to run a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe on the
that's how
way
it starts,
back.
man.
Yeah, I definitely got to lose this stomach, dude. The stomach is getting big.
Yeah, buddy, that's what happens.
I need to
Putting on that
stop
happy
drinking
weight.
beer as well.
Taking your girlfriend to some nice hotels, watching scary movies. That's what happens.
What do you mean? I can't do that?
That's what happens, bro. You start growing a belly. You got too happy. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
be
guess.
miserable.
Have you seen the movie I talked about? Mama?
No.
Damn, bro, that shit is spooky, dog.
Is it?
Yeah. There's only two. There's only one other movie that I saw that was like, holy fuck, this, I can actually have nightmares with this shit.
What
Which was a movie called, I think I told you about it before. It's called Lights Out.
I didn't watch that.
Bro, that movie is the only one that I was like, I'm kind of scared to sleep right now. And I've seen everything, bro. I've seen The Exorcist. I've seen The Omen. Or fucking The Ring. Grudge. Whatever the fuck. I've seen everything.
Conjuring.
Conjuring. I've seen all of them. Every single one of them. Including the newest one. None of them did anything to me. But this one. And it's not even like diabolical or anything like that. It's just the visual representation is like, it just spooked me the fuck out. Maybe because like I thought about it when I was a kid, and that's why like it kind of got to me.
Yeah.
But it's the only one that really like made me like, holy fuck, I'm scared. Like I'm scared at any given time right now to turn my lights off. Because it's fucking nuts, bro. It really is. And this Mama one was pretty scary like that. Like not in the same level, but the storyline was pretty good. How like this dad, he was about to like commit suicide and like kill his daughters as well.
Stop yourself. I don't want to hear it because I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But these
Is it
girls,
at
like
the
they pretty
movies?
much grew. They grew in the wild. And like they're raised by this fucking ghost, which is nuts.
Is it new?
Nah, it's like from like 2013.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
What is it on Netflix?
I think it's on HBO.
I'm about to get HBO.
Yeah, you should get it. You should watch it. The only reason I watched it is because Joe Rogan talked about it, and he said that that's one of the movies that spooked him out. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna give it a try. And it actually was like pretty high rated, I would say, as far as like horror films. I'm really into thriller right now, like thriller and horror. I feel like it's so interesting at times. And I feel like it's so doable to shoot. Like if you are gonna do a feature, might as well start with a fucking horror, you know?
Or like a psychological thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, something that's more like suspense than anything. Something that doesn't require too much like blowing up or things like that.
Right.
But Lights Out, if I recommend anybody, if you're not into like scary, or if you are into scary movies and don't get frightened that easily, I suggest you watch Lights Out, because that shit will get to you. I mean, it did to me. I don't know, maybe it's a trigger for me. That's why.
I'm not into like scary video games, but I feel like those are pretty cool too.
Right, when things just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I feel like you gotta watch it with like or play it with all the lights off and like those headphones that you can hear everything.
Right, or like some VRs.
Yeah. Oh, that would be sick.
That would be insane. I feel like that's what VR is missing. It's like a dope ass game for people to like soak themselves in with the VR.
I think they have some cool games. I don't know what it is, but I think they do have some cool
I don't
games.
think it's like legendary though. Like I don't think it's something that's that's like Call of Duty, you know?
Stop. I feel like they have a Call of Duty already for virtual reality, or like something of that sort.
Right. I don't know. But I do feel like VR, like, that's what I think is going to be useful. Is for games.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's crazy to me how much Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite and all these other games make every month.
How much?
Bro, I think we talked about this before.
I
If
don't
I'm not
remember.
mistaken, I think Grand Theft Auto makes $1 billion a year.
Well,
Let's see.
from sales or what? Or is it like expansion packs or whatever? Because
From
I heard a lot of games are free now, but the way they make money is like selling like perks and all that shit, like
exactly.
microtransactions.
So Grand Theft Auto's still making Rockstar Games $2.5 million a day. In
That's insane.
2020, they generated $911 million.
Fucking A, dude. And
Let's
they
see.
put they put in the work a long time ago. I can't imagine how much more they're gonna make once the new game comes out.
Call of Duty Warzone reportedly makes $5.2 million in revenue per day.
Jesus.
That is fucking wild.
I mean, no wonder why they can develop such a fucking detailed game. Because they have the funds to do it.
Bro, in 12 months, they made $1.91 billion.
Yeah, man.
Bruh,
Imagine owning
is
that company
that
that
is
makes those video
wild.
games.
That is wild. That's so much money.
Speaking of video games, I definitely want to like get into Age of Empires 4 because the new one came out, Age of Empires 4. And I heard that, I mean, I saw the graphics were pretty fucking good, but I remember I used to love that game back in the days.
Yeah, it was fun.
And now that the fourth installment came out, like it made me want to like play again.
The storylines were always kind of cool.
Yeah. And just like being strategic, you know, to kind of like beat your opponent. It's way more fun when it's like you're playing with another real person, though. You know,
Right. There's more at stake.
especially if you're in the same room but you're not seeing each other's screens. I think it's
Yeah.
so fucking fun. I remember I did that with our friend Brian, Cliff, and Larry. All four of us just either we teamed up and like it was 2 versus 2, or we did like all free for all.
hmm
Shit was nuts.
I used to have some good strategies because I remember in Age of Empires, for you to have like more people, you needed to build houses.
Right.
So then the first thing that I would do when I would take over somebody's fort is I would go for the houses and destroy all the houses so that they couldn't make more people.
Right.
So now I could just keep overbearing them with my army.
Yeah.
But on my specific forts, what I would do is I would make houses and then I would make like 4 layers of walls around the houses.
Right. So it takes forever for you to knock that bitch down.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's funny seeing like the different tactics too that people use. Cause you could be like strong in one area and weak on another area. So
Right.
because you're focusing too much on one area.
Of course.
Yeah, it's fun. I definitely want to get into it again. But I need like a Windows computer because I can't play
Yeah.
it on a Mac anymore.
Why not?
They used to allow it, but now they don't.
Oh, really? It's not for Macs at all?
No, it's only PC.
Yeah. There's a couple of good games coming out for consoles in the next couple of weeks. I know there's the new Call of Duty that's always fun.
Are you
There's a
even playing
new
your PS5?
once in a while I play. I've been playing the new FIFA
FIFA 2021.
2022.
Oh, really? It's dope.
Yeah.
How's the graphics?
I mean, yeah, all that stuff is always good. It's fun. It feels realistic and stuff like that.
You play online against other people?
I used to like in the prior FIFA in 2021, but I realized that I just get very stressed.
I mean,
Very
that's what
like
video games do.
yeah, but I just didn't feel like all right, this is not healthy
But I feel like
because
my anxiety goes through the fucking roof.
yeah, no, it gets crazy. It gets insane cuz in FIFA they have this thing where it's like when you're starting off online, you start off on season 10, right? And what that means is you have 10 games. Within those 10 games, you have to accumulate a certain amount of points. When you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, it's 1 point. If you lose, it's 0 points.
Hmm.
So let's say in season 10, you have to get 5 points so you can get to season 9. And then so on and so forth until you get to season fucking 1. And now you have to get like 20 points in order to stay in season 1. But also, you're playing against the top of the top. So you're playing
Right.
the best players. Bro, I got to season 1 in FIFA 2021. It's so stressful, bro. I'm like yelling at my fucking TV. I'm like, why the fuck aren't you doing what I'm telling you to do? Not fun. Like, I would put it on at night to play some. And by the, like, for me to wind down, by the time I finished playing, I was so fucking hyped and ready to go that, like, it took me another hour for me to wind down because I was so, like,
Amped
anxious
up.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, oh my God, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, man. That's what video games do.
Yeah, but I feel like the thing with video games nowadays is that the money maker is online. Obviously, as we just saw from Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. So online is what makes the money. But what I personally love and miss is a game with a really good story and just
Right.
a single player mode. And there's like only a few games that still got it like that and do it well.
Like what?
I mean, I guess it's also biased to me because I grew up on these games, but there's this series of games called Ratchet and Clank. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's only for the PlayStation, but it is. I love it. I love the storylines. I love the single player gameplay. They don't even have multiplayer. It's only single player.
Right. Isn't
So
there a
like,
game called Uncharted too, as well?
oh yeah, that game's single player is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I remember our friend Cliff playing that shit. He was hooked. He played that
They're
whole
coming out with a
bitch.
movie.
Really?
Yeah, they're coming out with a
That's
movie
sick.
based on the video game.
Wow.
What's his name? That plays Spider-Man is gonna be the main character,
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland,
Oh, wow.
and his right hand man is Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I remember they were shooting that bitch during the pandemic.
I don't know.
They had to
but
pause productions like multiple times.
True.
Yeah. Because, you ever seen the documentary from Mark Wahlberg on
I
HBO?
don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh,
No, I don't have
man,
HBO.
it's so good, bro. His schedule is insane.
I did hear
Insane.
that. He has like timers, right?
Bro, it's insane. Like his schedule is like so fucking crazy, bro. It definitely inspired the fuck out of me. Like wanting to be in that mode. Cause that shit was nuts. But he like documented that whole shit, including like him being on set for Uncharted.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, his life is fucking crazy, bro.
I mean, he is Marky Mark.
Yeah.
You ever seen his house?
Yeah, it shows on in the doc.
Oh, jeez, it's massive.
I like the Kevin Hart documentary as well. You ever seen
Kevin Hart
that?
documentary?
I think it's on
Mm,
Netflix.
I feel like I have, but I don't remember.
I think it's on Netflix. Either that or Hulu. One of the two. But it's really good as well. He got a crazy ass like schedule.
I mean, I feel
But
like all these celebrities do, honestly.
yeah, but I feel like maybe because the cameras are around, they're gonna find shit to do. You know, I don't know if their like regular day is really like that, but it seems like it is. So I don't know.
I mean, I also feel like when you when you work or your output is so high like that, it's hard to stop. Like when you stop doing that, you almost get in a little bit of a rut.
Mm.
You know, you're like, damn, I'm not being as productive as I can be because I see that I'm so much more productive when I'm on point with my schedule.
Yeah.
But now this day that I decided to take the day off, you kind of feel like shit a little bit. You're like, fuck, I should be more productive than this.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like a little off whenever I do have some off days.
Yeah. Because I'm nowhere near as productive as they are, apparently, if their schedule is like hectic like that. But at the same time, like I have a pretty like good schedule, and when I'm not on schedule, I definitely feel off. I'm like, oh, what the fuck.
But you know, like what helps them out a lot too is having people like push them, because they have managers, they have coworkers and other people that depend on them. So that's what makes them like, oh, okay, I got to do something, because there's so many people that depend on me.
Yeah.
You know, so that definitely motivates them to do shit, versus you just doing something for yourself and like you don't have anybody on payroll.
My dog depends on me, bro. How's she gonna eat?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that expensive to buy dog food.
Nah, I don't buy dog food, bro. I cook for my dog. I cook for my bitch.
It's not that expensive to buy rice and chicken.
Nah, bro. Nah. She gets organic rice. She gets organic chicken.
Does
she gets
really?
Organic broccoli. She kind of does.
Get the fuck out of here. You really feed her organic food?
Bro, this is the love of my life, man.
That's insane. Hey, man, I get it. I get it. But holy shit.
She eats better than a lot of people.
I bet. Honestly. Holy fuck.
She gets, look, this is what I cook for her. She gets organic quinoa, organic chicken breast, organic turkey, ground turkey, organic carrots, organic sprouts, and organic sweet potatoes.
Wow.
And organic coconut oil.
Wait, what? You give her coconut oil?
I put coconut oil in the food because it helps with their fur and their skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. See, by you doing that, she's probably picky as fuck to eat, though, huh? She'll probably like if there's like regular dog food, she'll probably never eat it, huh?
No, that's not true. She will. Like, there's times where I don't have a choice. Like, I have dog food just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I'm too busy and I won't be able to like cook for her, or I forgot to unfreeze her food or something like that. So I just give her regular food. She'll eat it. But when I give her the food that's cooked, she's like a crackhead. It's crazy. She's like a legitimate crackhead. She like starts spinning around and like going crazy. She's like, When I take her on walks, she starts like sprinting back to the apartment. I literally have to sprint with her because she's so excited to eat.
Yeah, I remember one of the dogs here when they had surgery. We weren't allowed to give them regular dog food, so we would have to like just give them like rice with chicken, and she would devour that bitch so quick. Even like being super sick, she'll be like eating that bitch up in 2 seconds, bro.
Oh yeah,
she's already a fast eater.
She's crazy fast,
and like she just went crazy for it. It's like, oh my god, I love being sick. Because that's all she ate for like a whole month.
Great. So you taught her that eating an avocado pit's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, apparently, right? Like, damn, I should do this more often. But no, thank God she has never ate another avocado pit, because that shit was definitely a fucking nightmare. Just dealing with that whole situation.
She just has a bad owner that dropped fucking avocado pits on the ground recklessly.
No, Nick. It was by accident. Okay? Don't say that.
Yeah? Is that what you would say if, like, your toddler's on the ground playing and then you drop a knife on him on accident? Oh, it was an accident.
I mean, yeah, it would be an accident. What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's just
It's
this is just an
exactly what I would
accident.
say if that happened.
Nah, bro, irresponsible.
Well, I'm trying. All right, this is my first time being a dad, so I'm learning as I go.
Get your shit together, bro. Dan, can you imagine you being a dad?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, now that you grew that belly, you probably look at yourself in the mirror and like, yeah, I'm almost there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely see myself as a dad. I mean, I already feel like it with the dogs.
Yeah, you're a pretty
Yeah,
dad-ish.
yeah. Soon though, we'll see. You know,
Damn, does that mean I'm like a do I give off single dad vibes?
you?
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're with your dog for sure.
damn.
Yeah. Why is that a bad thing?
I don't want to be a single dad. I mean, I just want to be happy, but if it had to be single, then no, shit is what it is. But uh,
Yeah. Your daughter got no mom.
nah, she don't. Her mom's a nobody. Ain't that right, Poochie?
A
Yeah,
nobody?
to me.
Mm. Yeah. She's growing up with a single parent. Single dad.
It's all right.
Nicholas Giassi.
It's all right. You're the stepdad.
Yeah. I guess. I guess so. All right. Anything else you want to address before we sign off?
um. Yeah, Marty, eat a dick.
How about no? Would that be
Wow,
okay?
that's very homophobic of you. Wow, you deserve to get canceled.
Because I don't want to eat a dick?
Yeah, bro, are you kidding me? Wow.
What kind of world do we live in?
What kind of human are you?
There's no right answer for anything anymore.
Nah, you're just a homophobic person.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that, bro.
Nah, you
I'm
are.
okay with people's sexuality decision.
So then eat a dick.
That has nothing to do with me.
Homophobic. You're homophobic.
See, you're not respecting my decision. What does that make you?
No, that make what? I don't even know what to call a straight person. A straightophobic?
Yeah, you're straightophobic.
Nah, bro, you gotta change your mentality. If somebody says suck a dick and you don't do it, you're homophobic. So
Is that
get
what
your
you
shit
do,
right.
Nick? Is that
Look,
what
man,
you've
I've
been
been
doing?
living a tough life out here in LA, and I've had to adapt to certain situations that,
I bet.
you know.
I feel sorry for
In,
you, man.
in a recent video, I showed my ass, man. I'm showing more and more skin.
Yeah, man. Soon you're gonna be wearing dresses. You're gonna be you know, doing a lot of stuff that the elites require you to do.
Yeah, I put on a wig before and ate my own ass.
Yeah. See? You're gonna be doing stuff that you don't want to do. And you're gonna do it just because you're in it for the game, you know? You're in
I
it
feel
to
like
sell your soul.
majority of the things that I do, when I'm in it, I'm like, I would never imagine myself doing this. Like, what the fuck has content done to me?
As a regular person, you would never.
No, I'm like, I never thought I'd be in this situation. Here I am.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nick. Good talking to you. I'll see you next week, all right?
I know it was good talking to me. I can't say the same for you, but yeah, I'll see you next week as well.
Well, I was being sarcastic. It wasn't good talking to you, all right?
It's
I just
okay,
said that
bro.
just to fucking say it. Because that's what people say when they're signing off.
Yeah, it is what it is. Eat a dick.
You eat a dick. Bitch.
Wow, now you're sexist too? We just gotta log off. This is getting worse and worse. All right, guys.
Whatever.
Thanks so much
Cancel
for watching
me. I don't
our
give a
podcast.
fuck.
Whoa, I'm gonna hold that sound bite right there.
No,
Thank
you
you for watching.
were
the
talking over me,
podcast, guys.
so
You're talking over me. All right, this is my time to shine. Let me talk to the people here. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and to our clips channel. If you don't want to see the whole podcast, just watch the clips. That does us good too. Till next time, we love you guys. What are you going to say, Marty? Exactly.